Pulse rifles are a massively popular weapon type in Destiny 2, plus we've got many devastating, legendary and exotic pulse rifles in the game. Today I want to run down the top 10 pulse rifles, plus let you know how to get them so you can take on enemies in PvE and PvP with ease in Destiny 2. Well, without any delay, let's dive right into this list, and first of all we have Revision 0. This one is an exotic kinetic pulse rifle with the exotic perk Hunter's Trace, and Hunter's Trace says the weapon fires a special shield piercing ammunition and precision hits grant targeting data. You can swap to the alternate scope, loading a high damage round based on the amount of targeting data, and it is strong against barrier champions. We've got two origin traits for this one, the Hake Light Burst Fire that fires a stable burst of 4 lightweight rounds, and the Hake Heavy Burst Fire fires a less stable burst of 2 high damage, high range rounds. There's also 4 catalysts as well, the Pressurized Refit, so improves stability and accuracy as the magazine gets lower, the 4 Timer Refit, so rapidly landing precision hits will return 2 rounds to the magazine, the Frenzy Refit, so each rapid kill with a weapon progressively increases reload speed for a short time, and finally Outlaw Refit, and that is where precision kills greatly decrease the reload time. Well, you can get this one from the Operation Serve Shield mission as part of the exotic mission rotator, and you can find that in the Legends tab on the Director. Next up, we've got Different Times. This one is a legendary kinetic pulse rifle with a rapid fire frame, meaning it's got deeper ammo reserves and it's slightly faster reload when the magazine is empty. The origin trait on this one is Unsated Hunger, which increases handling, reload speed and stability when no abilities are fully charged. This one is good in PvE, so for PvE I would look for Outlaw and Hatchling. Of course this one is a strand weapon. For PvP on the other hand, if you want to take it into Crucible, Moving Target and Multi-Kill Clip would be very, very good. If you want to get Different Times, you can take part in the seasonal activities from Season of the Deep, called Deep Dive and Salvage. You can access both of those via the Helm, but do be aware you do need to own Season of the Deep to play those activities. You can also focus deep engrams at the Helm for Season of the Deep loot, and it is worth noting that this weapon is going to be going away at the end of February 2024, so make sure you get in there early and get this weapon before it goes away. Well, next up we got the Bead Juju. This one is an exotic kinetic pulse rifle that comes with the perk String of Curses. This is where kills refill the magazine and increase damage for a short duration, and also grants super energy based on the strength of String of Curse, and also it fires full auto. So this one may be an old one, but it definitely is a good one, and if you want to get this one, I think you can get it from the Monument 2 Lost Lights, but if you can't get it from there, you can definitely get it from Xur. Well, next up we've got No Time to Explain, and this one is simply one of the best pulse rifles in Destiny 2. It's really versatile and also useful in PvP and PvE. It's been absolutely terrorizing PvP lobbies for a couple of years now. So this one is a 340 RPM pulse rifle, making it good for medium and long range encounters. Plus it also packs a serious punch, but it is the perks that makes this gun. So first of all we've got Rewind Again. Precision shots and shots against combatants slowed or frozen by stasis will return to the magazine. And then you've got Time Slip, so at 10 stacks of Rewind Again, a small portal will open, shooting bullets from the alternate timeline version of the weapon, and precision hits extend the portal's duration. So this one has been deadly in PvP for a long time, but it's also good in PvE content, and you can get this by completing the Beyond Light campaign. Well, next up we got the PSI Hermetic 5. So this one is a legendary kinetic pulse rifle with a high impact frame, meaning it's slow firing and high damage, and the weapon is more accurate when stationary. You're moving slowly and aiming down the sights. The origin trait on this one is called Wild Card, where final blows of the weapon have a chance to create experimental submunitions at the target's location. For PvE, Arrowhead Break, Tactical Mag, Enlightened Action and Kill Clip would be good. For PvP, Arrowhead Break, Accurized Rounds, Moving Target and Head Seeker would also be a good option. We can get this one from Legendary Engrams. This season, in Season of the Witch, it is a world drop weapon. So Legendary Engrams, Pinnacle Engrams, plus also Banshee 44 sells world drop weapons. So if you're lucky, you'll be able to buy this one from the gunsmith in the tower. Next up, we have the Syncopation 53. This one is a legendary kinetic pulse rifle with an adaptive frame, meaning it's got a wear-round and grip, it's reliable and it's sturdy. So given it's an adaptive frame, this one is going to be very good in PvE combat. So this one is a stasis weapon, and it can be good for ag clear if you can get headstone on it. It's really, really good, that perk. It's also an underrated weapon in PvP, given its lethality at medium to long range. For PvE, corkscrew rifling, appended mag, outlaw and headstone would be good. For PvP, moving target and rangefinder, that one is going to be the best bet. So the Syncopation 53 is a world drop weapon, meaning you can get it from loads of activities around the game like strikes, crucible, gambit, all that kind of stuff, public events, opening up all kinds of legendary engrams. That is going to get you world drop weapons. And also check out Banshee 44, he often sells it as well. Next up, we've got the Overo Edict. So this one is a legendary energy arc pulse rifle with a rapid fire frame, meaning it's got deeper ammo reserves, slightly faster reload when the magazine is empty. For PvP, arrowhead break, armor piercing rounds, keep away and sword logic would be good. And for PvE, arrowhead break, ricochet rounds, encore and vault shot would be good. To get this one, you want to run Crota's End Raid in Destiny 2, and you can get this in the Legends tab, and you can access this one in the Legends tab via the Director. You will need a team, so you're going to need some clanmates, friends, or find a team through LFG. You can get the Overo Edict from the second encounter, that is Cross the Bridge, or the third encounter, that is Ute, the Death Singer. And once you've got it drop for you, it's also possible to get the Overo Edict from the secret chest, plus you can also pick out from the raid vendor at the end. Well, next up, we got one of my absolute favourites. This is the Outbreak Perfected. It's a fantastic kinetic pulse rifle, mainly down to its perks, to be honest. Let's check them out in a little bit more detail. So, this one is called the Corruption Spreads, and the weapon creates Siva nanite swarms on rapid hits and precision kills. Then you got Parasitism, and that is where the weapon does more damage to enemies based on the number of Siva nanites that attach to them. And one thing you notice with Outbreak Perfect is the speed this thing fires at is very fast, very effective, and the main perks are great for DPS by creating Siva nanite swarms that attach to your enemies. You can literally tear through your enemies in strikes, nightfalls and raids. And as well as the exotic perk, it comes with Outlaw, where precision kills increase the reload speed, and you can pick this one up from the Monument 2 lost light in the tower. And I reckon this is probably the best weapon, the number one weapon to get from the Monument 2 lost lights. Well, next up, we got my absolute favourite legendary pulse rifle in the game, and this one is the BXR Battler. So this one is a legendary energy pulse rifle dealing solar damage, and it comes with a custom frame called the Legacy PR55, and that means it is a customised frame with dramatically increased accuracy, stability and targeting while you are hip firing. So this one is based on the Halo battle rifle, but it's not exactly the battle rifle, but Bungie have definitely done the best they can to put the weapon in the game as true as they could do to that weapon archetype in Destiny 2. In terms of roles for PvE, you want Outlaw and Kill Clip, that is very, very good, whereas PvP, Snapshot Sights and Rangefinder is very, very good. If you want to get hold of this one yourself, you can get it from Dares of Eternity. It is also a craftable weapon, so you can craft your very own god roll. Well, finally then, we've got the number one pulse rifle in Destiny 2, and that is Graviton Lance. So this one is an exotic pulse rifle, and it's hands down simply one of the best weapons in the game right now, especially if you're running a Void build. This one is an exotic energy pulse rifle, and here are the perks. So we've got Black Hole. Second shot, the burst rips a hole through space-time, doing high damage and recoil with no fall-off. Then you've got Cosmology, so kills with the weapon cause enemy targets to detonate and spawn void projectiles that track targets. We can get this one from Zur by grabbing his exotic engram, or he may be selling it sometime. You can also get a catalyst for this weapon. That is a random drop from strikes or crucible matches, and it's well worth leveling up, so it adds Vorpal weapon to an already powerful exotic pulse rifle. To upgrade it, you'll need 500 kills with the weapon plus 1000 cosmology kills, and that is of course the void orbs that rain down after you get kills in the first place. The cosmology kills are slightly harder, so I'd focus on solo activities in lost sectors or other solo activities. To get that catalyst done, you want to be somewhere basically where Guardians cannot steal your kills. Well, that is it. That is my rundown of the top 10 pulse rifles in Destiny 2. There's a mixture there of exotic and legendary pulse rifles, and I would love to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think about this list. What do you think about the top pulse rifles, and what are your top pulse rifles? I would love to hear from you. Well, that is it for the top 10 pulse rifles in Destiny 2, and as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you real soon.